Hey yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at Larry O's and Ocean's Beats MIDI pack. It is a fire MIDI pack. I've already took a sneak peek at it already. Everybody knows Larry O from his Instagram tips and tricks tutorials. Amazing Instagram channel, very interesting and insightful for music producers, so go and check him out. His link will be in the description below. And Ocean Beats, everybody's favorite YouTube producer, very sick producer. I'll link him in the description below as well. Before we get into it, if you are new here, please consider subscribing, click that notification bell. If you are already a subscriber here and you are back for another video, we are building such a sick music producer community here on the channel, something that I'm really proud of, and hopefully we just keep growing and growing and growing. In today's video I'm just going to flick through some of the MIDI files, and at the very end I'll be making a beat myself, so that would be kind of like a beat tutorial. So if you want to see how I make beats, stick around for that. And with all that being said, let's get into the MacBook. So as you should be able to see now, we are in Ableton. Once you have downloaded the pack, it should look a little bit like this. You have a Larry O folder and also you have an Ocean folder. That is what the Larry O folder will look like, a bunch of MIDIs. You even have some hi-hat MIDIs in there. In Ocean's pack, you've got a bunch of MIDI hi-hats, melody MIDIs as well. What I've done here is I've thrown them into Ableton. I've used the Anna 2 VST to showcase them, and I'm going to showcase a couple from each pack, and then I'm going to crack on with making my own beat. So this is what the Larry O folder sounds like. That sounds so sick with that sound as well, that like it's like plucky type of bell. And these melodies are so fire because they've humanized the melodies as well, so each melody doesn't sit exactly on the timeline. They've manipulated it so it's humanized, so it's slightly off, like someone's actually played it or strummed it, and that makes the melody sound that much better in my opinion. That one sounds very like haunting, like maybe like a Q Beats Travis Scott type beat with a nice 808 distorted bass line in the background. That would be fire. If you are feeling any of these melodies, the link is in the description below, free of charge as usual. Also, Larry O has told me that all of these are royalty free, so do as you wish. So that was Larry O's folder, sounding with fire. I didn't expect anything less. There is a lot more in that folder. I just want you guys to download it, discover it for yourself. Also, I'm playing these melodies at 140 BPM. I do realize that the melodies are probably not for that BPM, or at least not all of them are for that BPM. Change the BPM, change the melody if you like. That's the good thing about MIDI files. I wouldn't advise that you just throw them in there and then just use the exact MIDI that you have. It's more supposed to inspire you to make something around it. So counter melodies, or maybe change the original melody to make it your own. Later on I'm going to show you guys how to do that, how to make a MIDI file truly your own, and then at the end you won't feel like you kind of just took a MIDI file and ran with it. You've kind of added your own element to that, and that's very important in my opinion. So this is Ocean's folder. I've just done the same again, dragged and dropped using the Anna 2 VST for all of them. I apologize if you hear any hissing in the background. It is the famous MacBook hiss. Whenever it has to work really hard, it decides to breathe really loud and messes up my whole voiceover, which gives me a ton of work to do in the post editing phase. I have to try and get rid of all of the hiss just so you guys can hear me. Such a ball ache. I'm looking to upgrade to the MacBook 2020 16-inch. I'm hoping that will eradicate the loud fan noises. I believe they have 2 fans in there as well. But I'm still doing my research at the moment because I don't want to buy a really good MacBook for it to do the same thing. I think we're going off subject a bit here, so let's get into these midis. Jeez, I can imagine that that being used in like a drill type tune. And I know Ocean does some drill tunes as well, so maybe that's what he has in mind for this one. But yeah, that sounded very drilly, if that's a word, if that's what people are saying. But yeah, you could use that for drill easily. I can imagine that with some kind of reverse piano or something along those lines. That sounds sick. Yo, I can imagine this one being wavy, like bouncy, like just listening to it, it gives you an idea of how to use the drums, like it just be bouncy. That's the good thing when you make melodies, you should always have an idea for the drums as well. Just a quick question for you guys. Do you make your melodies first or do you make your drums first? Please put it in the comments below. Do you make your drums first or your melodies first? I'm really interested to know what you guys do. Jeez, fire, 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 fire. I didn't even dive into the hi-hat midis or most of the melodies either, to be fair. I just kind of want to leave it for you guys to discover on your own. I don't want to spoil it for everyone. So I've left some in there for you guys to get. It's in the description below. Big up Larry O and Ocean, both doing sick things in the music scene right now. Inspiration to us all. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you're still here, please drop a like right now. And I'll wait. Done it? Don't lie to me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to get into making a beat. I'm going to use some midis from the pack. Hopefully it turns out quite decent. Hopefully you guys get some kind of inspiration from me making this beat. Maybe some ideas for your own kind of beats. Hopefully I showcase how to take the MIDI and truly make it your own. And let's get into that. So first I picked a MIDI from the pack and then chose a sound from the Anna 2 that went with it. So this is the part when I was talking about giving it a bit of your own character. Here I made another main melody which actually became the outstanding melody of the track. If you do have the chance to try it and make it sound as unique and as personal to you as possible. The next part was picking a bass, which wasn't too difficult because I've been using this bass for everything lately. I'm really enjoying it. I think most people are using it. It's more famous for like TikTok type of beats. I really enjoy this bass. The next part was the drums. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but I always knew I wanted it quite skippy. As soon as I made that flute melody, I wanted it to kind of like bounce along the track. So the next part really added more character, really made it more of my own. I used the VST called Arcade. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it. I've recently got it on a 30-day free trial. I'd recommend everyone to get it, if only for the 30-day free trial. But I have decided that I will be paying for it monthly after the free trial because it is really amazing and useful, and it kind of inspires me for most of my beats lately, so I'm definitely going to keep it on. So that was pretty much it for this beat. I have thrown it on Spotify and Apple Music in case you guys want to go and listen afterwards. It would really help me out if you do download. Also, I have thrown it onto BeatStars just in case any vocalists want to vocal it. If you do want to listen to the full version, it will play after the outro. And speaking of the outro, let's get into the outro. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed me making that beat. Hopefully it kind of inspired you to make beats of your own. Maybe some beats from this mini pack. Big up Larry O and Ocean Beats. Larry O has been inspiring me on Instagram, whilst Ocean Beats has been inspiring me on YouTube. So I really appreciate them guys, and I'm glad that I can showcase their pack on my YouTube channel. And once again, thanks for everybody that came to watch the video. Really appreciate it. If you do subscribe, consider jumping in the premiere for these videos. We all have a big chat and just a little bit of a catch up, and it's quite a good atmosphere. So if you are interested, all you have to do is just wait for one of my premieres to go up and I'll be in the chat with everyone else. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.